Hey, what's up, everyone? Hey, this is Cody Bjugan over at VestRight. I'm here with Lisa from our team. Say hi, Lisa.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, I'm good. Uh, so here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to pull back the curtain. And what I'm going to do, I'm pulling back the curtain on my thoughts, my opinions, what I see to be the truth behind the whole wholesaling model in real estate. And for my friends out there that are in the business model, no, I love you all. Okay. I'm not trying to make you feel bad right now, but I just feel like I gotta pull back this curtain and share my thoughts on the wholesaling. So with that said,
So let's just dive right into it. So what is that business model?
uh, that business model, the way I have numerous thoughts on the business model. Let me just things that are rattling through my head. One, you really don't bring any value to the transaction. Okay. You don't bring any value to the asset. You don't bring any value. Um, the way you make money for the most part is by finding a homeowner or whoever it may be that gives you the opportunity to buy their asset for less than it's actually worth. Okay. So, and the way you make a few dollars is by turning around and selling that to an investor that is interested in buying that asset, because more than likely they also can buy it from you for less than it's actually worth. So if you think about that, what value are you really bringing to that transaction or to that asset? Because there's models in real estate that are called value add models, where you actually bring something to the transaction. You somehow improve the value of that asset. And in my opinion, that's where you can actually make some real money, which takes me to my second point of wholesaling. So, okay, so you go and you buy below market, or you don't actually buy it, you tie it up below market and you turn around and flip it the next day or whatever, and you make 5-10 grand. Okay, maybe 15. Good job. Um, do you realize how many transactions you have to do in order to make any type of substantial money after the cost of your business, the cost of marketing, the cost of this, the cost of that? I mean, I have friends in wholesaling I love. I love them. They're great people, right? Numerous of them have actually gone through my course and are learning my model because they want to get off what I call the hamster wheel, right? Chasing their tail, because it's just one transaction after the next. It's like going on around and around and around and around. Like they can't get off this thing in order to make any type of decent money. Versus let's just say my model, right? And here again, we do value add with raw land. Potentially you can go do one deal and make maybe what you would make on 50 or 100, wholesale deals in the housing market. It's just, so you're not constantly chasing your tail and just like, go, 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 which to me, I just don't, it's very hard to have any type of life, truly successful life when that's your business model. Because there's so many other pillars of life that you still have got to figure out how to be successful with. Which brings me to, at least off the top of my head, my last point is, okay, so you're on this hamster wheel. You're having to do all these deals. You're having to buy below market to make any type of money. You're not bringing value. So you're going, right? So my final point is, and guess what? You and everybody else are doing it. It's the barrier of entry is extremely low. And why is that? Because everybody and their mom is teaching house wholesaling. And there's a wholesaler on every street corner. Actually, not just one, they're like 5 deep on every street corner. Like it's a competitive dog-eat-dog business model. And so we often refer to our model as a blue ocean versus a red ocean, right? Because there's not a lot of competition. Because there is. I mean, I'll just tell you straight up. You got to know what you're doing. You got to get educated. It's there's a process to it. There's a lot more involved. Now, not to say that you have to do all that lifting yourself, because you don't. I often talk about with our deals, our consultants do 90% of the lifting. But man, you have got to get educated. And where I feel so blessed is that I've been doing this for so long, and that I know of, I'm the only one teaching it, right? And there's very few people. Well, one, I'm the only one teaching it, and then also there's just not a lot of people that do what I do. And that's why I often refer to it as the best kept secret. And so, would you rather come play in one of the best kept secrets, or would you rather go play in the sandbox that everybody else is playing in? So those are the three main points that come to mind when I think about pulling back the curtain and sharing my true thoughts on wholesaling.
That's great. Thanks, Cody. I did have a couple more questions. So why do you think no one is teaching this?
Well, I have
Yeah.
I have numerous reasons why I think that. One, because very few people know it, right? Very few people do it. You know, I had to learn it the hard way through a lot of failures and mistakes, and I happened to meet the right people and that got me exposed to it. But it's very rarely that I walk into a room of real estate experts and that anybody in that room knows this space. And they might know it just enough to get themselves in trouble, but they don't know it near at the level that I do or that I teach, right? So one is just because it's not a lot of people understand it. But think about it, like, you know, there's all kinds of education out there on commercial buildings and apartments and all these things, right? And storage facilities and houses, but there's just not a lot of education out there when it comes to raw land with development potential. So it's not widely taught, and it's quite frankly because not a lot of people understand or do it. And so second reason here again is just, so one is because not a lot of people are doing it. Two is because hardly anybody's teaching it, right? And then people say, well, then Cody, and I think this is the mentality of a lot of people, is they say, well, Cody, if you're making so much money doing it, why the heck are you teaching it? Right? Because you understand, a lot of people that are out there that are educators, right? Or that are coaches or mentors. It's amazing how many of these people coach or teach or mentor, but they don't actually do what they coach, mentor, or teach. Okay. And so we actually do it. Right. But the reason I'm teaching it, I didn't go start VestRight because I plan on making gobs of money in my education company. See, a lot of people teach because they're trying to make a bunch of money teaching. Okay. I decided to teach because I wanted to make a difference, because I was focused on my legacy, because of my slogan, PIF, purpose, impact, fulfillment. I have this specialty knowledge experience that I've been blessed with, and I have the opportunity to share it and make an impact, a positive impact, which then will lead to my fulfillment, right? Selfishly, because I want to be fulfilled. And it's what we're all searching for, by the way, whether you know it or not, is fulfillment. And good luck at finding it if you don't have impact. So I went and started teaching it because I wasn't going to teach it because I want to make a bunch of money teaching it. Now, if that happens, great, but that was not the motivation. I'm teaching it for impact reasons. And then people are like, but Cody, isn't there a limited amount of land out there? Like, isn't eventually we're going to run out of land to develop? You're teaching all these people, and man, isn't that almost going to put you out of business? Let me tell you all something right now. Those that aren't in my space and understand my space, a lot of you think because you listen to the media that we're running out of land. Okay. Let me tell you something. If through my teachings, if I become personally responsible for all of the developable land in the United States being gone, I just want to let you know that I will be the richest man in the world times 10. My point of my story is it's not going to happen, right? There is so much land out there that can be developed. The least thing I'm worried about is putting myself out of business by teaching. Last point. How do I say this the right way? Our industry, for the most part, is pretty old school. Okay. Kind of brick and mortar, not really cutting edge as far as technology. And so like a lot of the guys I know that understand my business model and do my business model, the last thing that would ever cross their mind is to go start like an online education company. They can't even comprehend that, right? Like, because online is just, it doesn't even cross their mind. And so I would say for the most part, the older generation is what truly understands this space, not the younger generation.
Yes, yes, very helpful. Last thing. So to sum it all up, if you, in one sentence, tell me the difference between wholesaling and what we do at VestRight.
Very simple.
One sentence.
We bring value to the transaction and asset, and wholesalers do not. Okay, with that said, please, wholesaler friends, don't be upset with me for pulling back the curtain. I still love you all. I mean, do I think you should slowly get away from wholesaling and maybe come do something that brings value, like a value add model? Absolutely. But hey, love you all. With this said, I hope you found this video helpful, valuable, and maybe it might have shifted your mindset a little bit, right? Related to, okay, wholesaling versus value add. They're completely different. And I'm going to explore different value add models because mine is just one of many. There's a lot of different asset classes where you can, and business models where you can bring value to the asset. But with that said, if you found it valuable, do me a favor, subscribe to my channel, share, and like. Can I say that again? Subscribe, share, and like. It mean a lot to me. We're very focused, as you know, on PIF, purpose, impact, fulfillment. So the more people we can be a part of their lives, the better. If you want to learn more about my business model, if you're intrigued by this video, do me a favor, click the link below. I created a free playbook, absolutely free. You can go download it, and I'd be amazed if you don't come out the other side of reading that much more educated and, quite frankly, probably even more intrigued. With that said, take care.